start off with a little NBA action. First game we have Cleveland is going into Detroit. Cleveland 37-23 on the season. Detroit is 43-14. Both of these teams are playing very good ball. You see the Pistons; they are favored here. The favored by 6 at home. Total is 227. Um, Man, we talked about the Pistons. It was a few days ago. Um, I cannot remember which day it was, but we said it was a game where the other team they had guys who were actually going to sit out, and it seemed like they were just going to punt that game. And that's what happened. Except the Pistons, they kind of seemed to sleepwalk through that game. They like knew that they should win that game, and they really weren't challenged. Well, tonight, I think with the Cavs, we have the same thing going on here. To me, it looks like Harden. I think there's a good chance. Actually, he actually sits here. Um, and yeah, like I was saying, the Cavs kind of seem to punt even this game. The difference here to me, what I'm thinking is since this just happened, I think the Pistons come out tonight and they come out with a little more fire, and just want to go out and go ahead and get the job done. So for me here, the only way that I'm looking is definitely on the home team side, maybe even a little first half play here. Um, but yeah, that's definitely the only way that I am leaning here. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat as that. I think the Cavaliers, they've kind of been dealing with injuries, and I feel like they don't really care about this game because they play the Pistons at home. Literally, but it's Pistons, that's Pistons. So they'll play them at home on March 3rd. That's probably the game they're gonna look forward to, just to kind of give their main guys a couple more rest days to get ready for that game. And they play the Nets. I mean, that's not really an NBA team, so they don't need their guys for that one. So they're probably gonna give them, the big like Harden, even Schroeder. They like their backcourt might not really be what their starting backcourt is. I'm on the Pistons here. They'll probably want to get this game over with quicker. Like I like that bet. The Pistons minus three and a
Yeah,
half first half,
honestly, I'm
just to
like,
kind of not have to deal with what they did with the other game, where they kind of had to play almost a full game. Uh, with that being said, I'm also going to be on Cade Cunningham points again, over 24 and a half. I feel like it's just one of those games where he could just make his MVP campaign even stronger. If he could get 25 and 10 or 30 and whatever, he's building a strong resume to say, hey, Pistons are the first team, the number one seed in the East. They got Cade Cunningham, and some of these guys are really close to hitting underneath that 64 game marker, and he's right there. So he could probably use this as like I call sometimes a stat day, where dudes just build up their stats. So that's why I'm on Cade Cunningham points here as well, and Pistons all over the board.
yeah, man, we're definitely on the same page here, and just like I said, um, I think they come out tonight and kind of just go ahead and get the job done.
Hmm.
So this would be one if you do like the Pistons. This could be a good alt game,
Yeah,
like the Pistons, like
21 plus.
minus.
Okay.
Hey, you could,
I can see
but,
that.
but actually no, like at least like sell it up to like 9.
Yeah.
Um, and maybe even a little less, more than that, though.
I also do slightly lean over Durant boards here. They don't have Isaiah Stewart still, so he's gonna have to do a lot of the majority of the down low work. So he'll probably I like that a lot too.
Huh. We may not get the injuries we're thinking. If it's down to 5.5 on actually DraftKings. Um,
It's -6 on FanDuel currently. Um, it probably has something to do with Harden, I would say. I would say
it has to be.
Harden would be the guy that kind of sways. Mitchell's already out. I mean, Harden doesn't like missing games. That's one thing about Harden. He'll play if he could, but I know he's dealing with I think something with his thumb.
Or like
Uh,
wrist or something like that.
yeah. So we'll see. I mean, Sometimes Harden plays and he doesn't really care. I'm still on the Pistons here. I don't think like if they go down early big, they're not gonna let Harden play a lot of minutes. I mean, if they're in the game, they're in the game, but I'm just thinking the Pistons try to close this one out, especially quick without Mitchell on the court.
Yeah, totally. As far as tennis, it looks like the Rublev match just got finished, and we had the over there. So that was a nice winner there. Just to update everyone that is in the VIP. But yeah, man, we're gonna move on. Move on to the other ESPN game tonight. We got Denver going into OKC. Denver 37 and 32 on the year, just coming off that win off or over the Celtics, which ended up being a really low scoring game. And then you got OKC, man. And you know a little bit more about this game than me as far as what's going on. So I am going to let you go ahead
Yeah.
and take over here.
So Shy is back. This game he's off the injury report. They're playing. But normally when dudes come back, they usually play about 20 to 25. I'm assuming for a player like him, it'll be 25 minutes. They're not gonna let him play less than that because it just doesn't make sense. Uh, so he's back. The Thunder have been playing very well without him competing, being in games they shouldn't have. I think when a player like that comes back into the game, especially a ball dominant player, the role players' production actually goes down because they're not in a rhythm flow of the game like they have been without him on the court. So I'm actually looking at the Nuggets +8. I just feel like his first game back, the role players are probably not going to be in a rhythm again like they have been because he's such a ball dominant player. He's a very good half court. He might even have some rust. So I'm leaning towards the Nuggets +8 here. Um, Another thing I want to touch on is Jokic over 11 and a half rebounds. He's hit that 9 out of 12 times against the Thunder. So that's a play I'm on as well.
Man, yeah, the other is why I was wanting you to talk about it because this number just seems big to me, man.
Mhm.
It's definitely one I need to look into more, but this number, it just seems big. Um, Nice to see Bruce in the chat. What's going on, man? Yeah, the actual team might total over. I did end up getting there for us. Uh, our guy is asking how do we like SGA
I'm
assists?
I'm staying away from him until he's playing. I have a rule where I don't bet players on minutes restrictions.
Yeah,
I know you can find value there. Personally, it's just for me, it limits what I'm looking at. So I just stay away from players that aren't going to be playing their full rotational minutes as they should. Just a personal thing. Is he going to get the assist? He might. I don't know the line. I'll pull it up real quick. Um, but I think in this game,
should
he's
be
probably
low.
going to look to shoot a little bit more to get his shot, like to get him in a rhythm again. I'm assuming what's his line at? 6.5. I feel like that's high because he usually averages a 6-ish. I guess that's not too bad, especially but on a minutes restriction. If he is, I'm assuming he will be. I'm just gonna stay away.